Hello, welcome to the Corn Husk Doll. You will have all the supplies that you need. There should be big white bags that will have enough of these individual baggies. So setup would be to put one of these individual bags on every student's desk, and then they need to wait. When they come in, they will just wait to hear the directions. First, of course, somebody will read the history of a Corn Husk doll and how they use them. And we do have some graphics that I'll be referring to, but you will also be modeling for the students. So the first thing for them to do is to open up their bag and take everything out. So I've just sort of done this, laying the strips on the desk and the piece of newspaper. The first one I actually started. They will have a whole one sheet of newspaper, and so you will take them through. Once they have everything, they have all these different raffia strips. They'll have two pieces of the pipe cleaner, and they will have pieces of the twine that they will be putting on the ends of the arms and the legs. Now this is a finished product of what somebody made. Now this is a girl doll, because as you can see, we just kind of have her skirt. Of course, back in colonial days, they did not wear pants. But boys, you will have more ties that you can tie down here, and then you have, the pants that you can do. So the first thing you would want the children to do, as I said, is to lay the strips out. The colored one is a 12-inch strip, and then there is another that natural that is 12-inch, and then the smallest of the four. So first thing, they'll take their newspaper and just make a great big ball, and as tight as they possibly can. This is going to be the head. And then, of all the strips, you have the smallest one. Again, trying to see, and by the way, parents will need to be around groups in helping, anybody that needs some help. So sort of finding the middle of that, putting your ball right there underneath, so it's kind of like a bandana on top of the head, and give it a little twist. So that's that smallest one, and then you put it over the head, and then just sort of twist at the neck. We're not finished with the head, because you can see, we can still see newspaper coming here. You'll see the next part. The next part then is they are going to take that large piece of pipe cleaner, and around that neck, kind of the middle, finding the middle of that large piece, and just going around once, like that. Okay? Then they're going to take that largest piece, the 12-inch piece, which is the arms. No, I'm sorry. They're going to take the 12-inch piece, which is the arms, so it's this one. And you're going to put it behind. And now this is where you have your pipe cleaners. You'll sort of take one end of the pipe cleaner, bring it around the back, and come up. And the same thing with the other. Bring it around the back and come up. And then this can be tightened. Just going around. Once you have it attached at the back, okay, so we have that. Now you're going to take the largest piece, again trying to find the middle. Now this one, placement is important, because what we want to do is cover where we can see the newspaper. So we want this one to go over the head like this. I made a mistake. Actually, we should have done this. My fault. I'm very sorry. So I made a mistake. Before you put those arms on. Okay, once you twist that, then put the big one on. And sort of trying to get them so they're even at the end. Then twist everything. Then, using that big piece, again, from the middle, going around. Now we're going to put the arms on the back. Same thing going under and under. So we are right here, so you can see the longer pieces are hanging, and we have the arms on. Just sort of twisting them. They stick out. Then you will take whatever colors. Sometimes, like this one happens to have a piece of red. There might be other colors. Mostly I think will be red or blue. Coming around the back, so if this is where I have most of my pipe cleaning, I'm going to kind of want to cover that, hide that. I'm going to come over one side and the other, which will make the shirt or a shawl if it's a girl, just a shirt if it's a boy doll. Then holding all that just a little bit down, more the middle, what would be the waist, you're going to take that smaller piece of pipe cleaner and go around and around. Okay. Now, if you are doing, so obviously for both boy dolls and girl dolls, you will need to take your twine, and so you're going to kind of take your arm and tighten it, and a little bit where the hands would be, you're just going to tie and on. So you have your arms on both sides. This is where at the end you can put out some scissors if, you know, some of these are too long, if the children want to snip them down a little bit, they certainly can at the end. Now, if you were doing a girl and you want to have a girl doll, then you would simply flatten out the bottom, what would be the skirt, and the same thing with kind of the shawl, and the girl doll would be finished. There will be some Sharpies that you can put on the groups, and not going outlandishly, but putting maybe some dots for 2 eyes, a nose, and the mouth. So the girl doll would be done. Boys, if you want, you can then separate these 2 bottom pieces for your 2 legs, but then you will have, everybody will have 4 pieces of twine, even the girls, and you can tie down here at the bottom, like this, one on one side, one on the other. I would probably tie twice. And then if you want to just snip off your little ends, you can do that. And as I said, so if I wanted to put on my face, I'm going to put just dots on my nose and maybe my face. And you would have the boy doll or a girl doll.
Mrs. DeCostanza, I have one question. Do you think maybe they should do this all at once, like everyone's doing it together?
Yes. Yeah, I didn't say that.
You didn't, but that's okay. I think that's a good idea as well, to have the group stay with you while you're doing it step by step.
Yes. Yeah.
All right.
And then having, you know, the parents can go around.
Help.
Let
All
me do
right.
it.
Sounds good.
Is that
Thank
okay?
you. Yeah. Sounds good.